two, the beginning and the end? You know, I mean, I'm going to answer that question in a way that makes sense to me. You have fermentation kind of starts and then it just kind of finishes. But there's a big group of, there's a very interesting sort of microbiological picture that happens over the course of the fermentation process. Because typically what happens is, you know, grape juice is a very high sugar medium. A lot of things really, really love high sugar mediums. So a lot of things can grow in that. So we do some things to encourage the growth of some organisms and other things to discourage the growth of other organisms. So in the very beginning, there's a lot of different microorganisms that are trying to establish a foothold in the grape juice or the grape must. The yeast that does the vast majority of the fermentation activity, as far as what we call that in wine, is the yeast that converts the sugar to alcohol. So believe it or not, the alcohol is a defense mechanism because there aren't very many yeasts that can survive in a high alcohol environment. And so as soon as the alcohol starts getting produced, a lot of those other yeasts that are alcohol sensitive start dying off. Just after the beginning of the fermentation, we generally don't have, but we have one, maybe two yeast species that are even able to survive. And so by the end of the fermentation, we typically only have one, that would have survived the entire fermentation, and they're the ones who would ferment the wine to dryness.